tie between what you're doing now, working on the legislative side? Is there that tie there and conservation? Because it seemed like the family biz was conservation, and then you went into the military, came back, and there was this legislative side. Was that because of one of your mentors that had a very strong tie to the Arizona Game and Fish Department as well, or was that or is that just something you wanted to go into politics, kind of stay away from that, and maybe see if you can tie the two?
Yeah, as you know, the the right to hunt and fish is, I think, is a precious thing. And Working within public policy, you're at the forefront of issues that may come forward that limits our rights to hunt and fish. So staying within this public policy realm has allowed me to bridge that, right? So seeing on the front lines, if you will, of what goes on legislatively in every session. Um, it allows me to continue to conserve and protect the
Yeah.
to use that word, from a law side, or from like a statute and legislative side, not just conserving through, during conservation work. It's protecting the right to hunt and fish. So yes, that was a big piece of coming back to this one. Yes, to continue to serve the state that I love so much, but also to protect, you know how I was raised. And I think
Mhm.
that where I'm at now uniquely puts me in that position, and I very much enjoy it.
Now, without backing you in a corner and talk about specific pieces of legislation, are you encouraged? I think the trust gap of we the people are really freaked out, especially outdoorsmen, when we see different things happening with land and land use, where in politicians that don't really care about our way of life. Are you encouraged working with the state legislators that we can have a path forward that's positive for conservation and sportsmen, or do you see a lot of pitfalls ahead?
I think, I mean, it's politics, right? So things change as the wind blows. But
Yeah.
as we sit right now, I don't see a lot of pitfalls to where our rights are going to be trampled, if you will, from a legislative side. I think we're in a pretty good place right now, but I also know that there are groups and there are individuals that are friends to the sportsman's community, that are like me in this industry. So there is a lot of protection out there, but there's also not a lot of problems that I see, on a session to session basis. And like I said, I look at every bill as as it's dropped, and always watch out for that. But no, to answer I don't see major pitfalls, at least in the coming next session.
Yeah, so I think it's encouraging for outdoorsmen like me to hear what you just said, that at least we have an ally in Frank Komadina. We have an ally in in somebody who's looking at each piece of legislation and keeping an eye out for things that would impact our efforts of conservation, and not only our efforts of conservation, our way of life as outdoorsmen. So I think it's encouraging. So we're glad. Look, see, we have you here. To see now, you got a guy. You say, "Oh, don't worry, I got a guy at the state legislature. He's keeping an eye on things. His name's Frank. He's a buddy."